sir. I am Marjorie Gordados.
And I'm Glenn Peter Cabales.
And for today's video,
We are going to explain what dactylography is all about, what its role and how important it is in aligning with solving crimes.
Criminology comprises of various fields to work with. One, you pass the criminology board examination, where you can call yourself as a pledge or a licensed criminologist. And one of these is working as a dactylographer. To answer the mentioned questions, here it goes. Dactylography is defined as the scientific study of fingerprints. Another definition is that dactylography involves taking impressions from an individual's fingertips, palms, or other body parts into paper discs that are then placed on cards or strips called dactylographs.
These cards are stored in archives where they can be used by investigators looking for clues related to unsolved crimes. Moreover, it is also utilized as a unit of crime detection by practically every modern law enforcement agency. A fingerprint is the pattern on the inside of the finger between the tip and the first joint that remains constant from the day a person is born to the day they die.
These two facts make fingerprints extremely useful in identifying someone without a doubt, which is why police departments rely on them to track down criminals. With that being said, no two identical sets of fingerprints have ever been found in over 100 years of record keeping, even on identical twins.
Indeed, fingerprints are unique to an individual and provide accurate identification. Fingerprints at the scene of the crime may be found in a three states, and these are the following. Latent print, which defines as prints that either invisible or barely visible at the scene of the crime, and these impressions are left over surface or articles due to sebaceous and sweat gland secretion.
The second print in plastic print or 3D, which is mostly found in sticky surfaces such as soap, wax, clay, and others. The third and the last print is the patent or the visible print, wherein these fingerprints are left at the scene when fingers are smeared with contaminated with blood, oil, and paint.
For instance, when a latent fingerprint is found in a crime, police utilize a fine powder to make the print visible on the surface. Other approaches include the application of silver nitrate or iodine fumes to the surface is used.
Once visible, the fingerprints are photographed. Therefore, it is needed easier for the cops to identify the person who committed the crime because of its extremely strong physical evidence.
If someone is suspected of committing a crime, the police will take their fingerprints and compare them to the. If someone is suspected of committing a crime, the police will take their fingerprints and compare them to those found at the crime scene. If they do not match, or if the police do not have the suspect, the fingerprint photograph will send to the FBI.
Besides, with DNA, fingerprints play a key role not only in crimes, but also in terms of identifying victims, both in. Did you know that it was been known for centuries that fingerprints are different from other individuals? The famous clay tablet from Babylonia indicate natural disasters, which includes earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, typhoons, and tsunamis, and man-made, which includes bombing.
That is why it is important not only for the police investigating the incident, but also for disaster responders and families concerned across multiple countries around the world.
The first civilization attempted to identify criminals by their fingerprints as early as 200 before Christ. Nevertheless, fingerprinting was first used by Sir William Herschel in 1829 in a scientific way, who wrote that each finger has its own peculiar mark or print. The first use of fingerprints in criminal investigations came after the discovery that criminals often left behind evidence on items they touch with their fingers.
This led the police officer to collect these clues from suspects' homes. Dactylography is the valuable tool in the fight against crime. It can help identify criminals who may have been involved in a criminal act but were not directly responsible.
It also helps solve crimes. by linking suspects to evidence found at a crime scene during an investigation.